Well, good morning, or afternoon, or good evening, or happy 3 a.m. in the morning to you. Yeah, welcome to Fans Banter. Just a little news roundup of some Liverpool news that I spotted in the last couple of days. Some of it is just not going away, some of it is fresh news, and some of it may be of interest and may not be of interest to you. Depends on what you think about it. Anyway, the first one up is really a bad one, to be quite honest. Yeah, Hugo Ekiteke's season's over. Not only is the season over, but he'll also miss the World Cup. That's really bad for Hugo Ekitike. Disastrous news for him on a personal level. I'm sure he would have wanted to take part in the World Cup, obviously. And it's probably bad news for France as well. So how long will Hugo be out for? Yeah, Hugo Ekitike with an Achilles rupture. The French manager reported that it was an ankle injury, but from all I can make out, most people seem to be reporting that he ruptured his Achilles, and that's going to be in for 9 to 12 months. That's a long period of time to be out. If it is 12 months, that means he's going to miss a hell of a lot of the season next year, probably most of it. But very unfortunate for Hugo Ekitike. Let's hope he recovers really quick and gets back into the swing of things. Yeah, terrible news for Hugo Ekitike. Not great news for Liverpool, not great news for the French national team. But on a personal level, it must be disastrous for that young man. Anyway, another little one that's been popping up and it's not going away is this one here. Juventus targeting Alisson transfer at the end of the season. So this has been going around for a little bit of time, to be quite honest with you. Juventus have sparked a little interest in Alisson. Alisson is obviously coming up to the last year of his contract. Does he kind of fancy a move to Italy? The reports in the Italian media says that when they put the feelers out for Alisson to come to Juventus, that they seem to get a positive response, that Alisson seemed a little bit interested. But yeah, that's just media stuff. Whether Alisson is interested or not, I don't know. Yeah, because is it just all rubbish? Is Alisson going to Juventus just all a load of rubbish, to be quite honest? Fabrizio, I'll stumble over that one again. Fabrizio Romano reported that Alisson, well, back in March he reported, and anyway, that Alisson had all intentions of finishing out his contract at Liverpool and then at the end of the 27 season deciding what he wants to do with his future. So we'll have to wait and see. Is this just all rubbish? You're going to get this sort of rubbish popping up now at this time of year, and anyway, and it's going to be a lot of it to do with Liverpool players over the next couple of months. Are they staying or are they going? I wouldn't be surprised if we heard more about McAllister going, Szoboszlai, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, Liverpool players are going to be in the media all over the summer, I reckon. It's going to be a summer of uncertainty because Arne Slot said that Liverpool had to sell to buy in the summer. So that's going to be a strange one. So that, even those words will, the agents will perk their ears up and people will be looking to, the vultures, if you call them vultures, they'll be looking to peck around that Liverpool's carcass and see what's available and what's not available. And it'll be sort of interesting to see what type of players that Liverpool are willing to sell. Is it fringe players? Is it main players, the players that start every week? We'll have to wait and see as the summer goes on. But this is one that's going to snowball, I think. I think the fact that Slot came out and said that to buy we're going to have to sell, I don't think that was a good thing to do, to be quite honest, so openly. That means that, you know, which Liverpool players are up for sale? Szoboszlai, McAllister, Gravenberch. I mean, there's going to be people pecking around looking to see who they can pick off Liverpool at this present time. Anyway, so Alisson to Juventus, rubbish or real? I happen to think that Alisson would quite enjoy finishing out his career at Liverpool till the end of the 27 season and then decide what he wants to do. That's what I would imagine that he would like to do. I don't know him personally, obviously. But yeah, just getting the feel from him. I think he's quite happy at Liverpool. I think he's quite comfortable in Liverpool. And yeah, as I talk, I'm changing my mind. I don't know. I'm changing my mind as I talk. I don't know if that's a good thing. Is this just another indication that he wants out? Like Mo Salah wants out, not willing to finish out the last year at Liverpool? Is there a bigger picture here that we're just not seeing at the moment? I think it's going to be an exciting summer for Liverpool, and not exciting in a good way. I think it's going to be exciting in probably. Can you be excited in a negative way? I don't know. Yeah, but I think it's going to be a strange summer for Liverpool, to be quite honest. I think there's going to be a few comings and a few goings. And as I said, Arne Slot didn't help Liverpool by saying that Liverpool are going to have to sell to buy. So, I have a coffee, so I'm going to have a sip of coffee. Just give me a little second. So, another player. Yeah, we know he's going. So we know he's going. But apparently, he's in advanced talks with to join Tottenham. There's been some sort of verbal agreement from Andy Robertson that if Tottenham managed to stay up, that he would be interested in joining them. Yeah, well, it was mooted back a while ago that Andy Robertson was in talks with Tottenham, and he decided not to go there for whatever reason, personal reasons, whatever. Maybe he was convinced to stay. I don't know, but he decided not to go in anyway in the transfer window. But it has resurfaced again that Andy Robertson is in advanced talks to join Tottenham. But, and this is a big but at the moment, to be quite honest with you, because their position in the Premiership is is precarious, to say the least. Yeah, Andy Robertson interested in going to Tottenham in advanced talks. So yeah, Andy Robertson interested in going to Tottenham in advanced talks, but only if they manage to stay up in the Premiership and avoid relegation. And that's a big but. So what else have we got? Let me see what else we have here. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I enjoyed this game last night. This was a great game of football last night, to be honest with you. Luis Diaz knocks Trent Alexander and, of course, Real Madrid out of the Champions League. If you haven't seen this game, you need to watch it. It was an absolutely crazy game of football. Absolutely crazy game of football. Real Madrid scored in the first 15, 20 seconds maybe from a mistake by the Bayern Munich goalkeeper. Absolutely shocking. But yet there was a lot of goals. It was a lot of fun. It was a good game of football, and it just made me think, to be quite honest, that yeah, I think Liverpool might have dodged a bullet in not beating Paris Saint-Germain, because Bayern Munich look absolutely awesome. They're absolutely so strong and powerful. I think Liverpool could have come a cropper. Maybe it was better to go out to Paris Saint-Germain than being embarrassed by Bayern Munich. I don't know what you think. But that's the thought I was getting as I was watching it. Yeah, pretty glad we didn't have to face Bayern Munich, because, yeah, I think they would have had us up for breakfast, to be quite honest. Anyway, yeah. Luis Diaz knocks Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent went to Madrid to win things. He went to win. sorry for laughing. He went to win the Ballon d'Or. He went to win the Spanish League. Oh, they're not going to win that, by the way. He probably went to win the Spanish Cup. Oh, they're not going to win that, by the way. And he probably went to win the Champions League. Guess what, Trent? You ain't winning that this year either. Yes, so Trent Alexander, like Liverpool, obviously. No silverware for Trent this year. But I just thought two Liverpool players playing an opposites team last night. Who had the better of it? On results, do you know what? Trent didn't play bad, to be quite honest. There was one pass in the game. It was a sensational pass through to Mbappe. And Neuer pulls off a great save, point blank from Mbappe. So yeah, he did play all right, to be quite honest. He was at fault for not covering Harry Kane as Harry Kane scored his goal. Trent was a little bit off him. He was probably a little bit of a sleep, or he was maybe thinking about silverware he wasn't going to win. Yeah, Luis Diaz looks great in German football. But then again, there's a lot of people that look great in German football. Luis Diaz, Harry Kane, and dare I say, Wirtz. He looked great in German football. But the highlight of the night for me in that game was this guy here. Michael Olise. He scores a stunner right at the death of the game. It really was a great goal. But is he really a target for Liverpool? Is Olise really a target for Liverpool to try and replace Salah in the summer? I tell you what, he could be a target. I would have no problems with him at Liverpool. But it's not going to happen. Olise would actually be insane to leave Madrid to come to Madrid. Olise would actually be insane to leave Bayern Munich at this present time to come to Liverpool. I have to say, Bayern Munich just looked like a fabulous team. Company doing a good job there. Yeah, probably so. They are pretty open though, very attacking minded, but they're great to watch. I really do have to say that. It was a great game to watch over the two legs. They were brilliant in Madrid and they were even better last night, even though they conceded a couple of goals. They were even better last night, but it was a great game to watch. And I'll least say to Liverpool, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Not yet. Anyway. Listen, that's it. Just a little news roundup from us of little Liverpool things going on. Liverpool's next match, obviously, is against Everton at the weekend. Watch out for a match preview of that. And listen, thanks for the recent subscribers. Really appreciate it. And that's Fans Banter.